So today we are going to see how malware does evasion in Squirrelwaffle. So Squirrelwaffle uses a configuration to block certain IPs, and that is located in another part, except not in the DLL main. Uh, to find out that, let's look at the sample. So in exports, there is a DLL main and there is another entry. This is what we are going to see. This is loaded at 585610. To make it much easier to analyze, I'm just going to open another sub view. Synchronize it with. And I'm also going to use pseudocode so it's easier for to understand. Anyway, so this is the function it's been calling. Like this is the start of that export function. There are two. This is the main entry point and this is another one. It has ordinal one. So if we open x32 debug, this is a 32-bit malware. In general, malwares are always 32-bit because it's easier. I did open 32-bit, but it showed x30, it's 64. Yeah, it's x32 only. So opening the malware. So in the debugger, it is important. Yeah, one thing before explaining it, in X32 debug, it has its own loader for DLL. So DLL can be automatically loaded in this X32 debugger. The debugger tries to create one P file which will use that DLL. So that's how it sort of works. And to debug this, go to options, preferences, and select user DLL entry and save it. After that, just run it once and go to memory map. Here you will see your squirrel is loaded. Then in this sample, ASLR is not enabled. So sometimes if ASLR is enabled, what you have to do is find the image base of that sample, then add it with the function relative virtual address, and you will get it. So to examine this, we have to copy this and change the EIP to that, and here we are at our LDR. The name of that section is LDR, and where's IDA? Here it's LDR and so ordinal one. So here all the addresses are similar to x32. That's not the same case as I mentioned earlier. And now the case over here, the Squirrelwaffle tries to do evasion. So to analyze it, is it uses this key and some data in memory. Where is this key? Why is not synchronizing with? Okay, it's working, I guess. Yeah, yeah. So it uses this key and also this data from memory. These two things, and it calls this function 5819B0. We can also rename this or comment this function, and it's at this address. So we just copy this address and we see it in debugger. So we press Ctrl G and we paste that address and we set a breakpoint here. So now we run, it's here. So after running, we do step over. So we have to see the value of EAX. So EAX value we will do follow and dump 1. So this is passed by reference. So we just select this and follow d word in current term, and this will show all the IPs which are in the config file of block list. So this sort of helps the malware to evade certain systems and not communicate with it. So that's it. It's very sort of easy to understand. Anyways, bye bye.